Do you strive to make things as perfect as possible?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever felt the social environment is excessively demanding?
Yes, ma'am.
If you ask somebody to do something, do you expect it to be done perfectly?
Yes, ma'am.
And have you ever felt that you done good enough for your family, job, or partner?
Yes, ma'am.
Probably you're a perfectionist. But don't worry, I will give you some tips about how to overcome the perfectionism. We tend to hold perfectionism up as an insignia of success, but it's the opposite. Perfectionists feel discontented and dissatisfied with a sense that they're never perfect enough. According to clinical case reports, perfectionism contributes to a host of psychological problems, including things like depression, anxiety, anorexia, bulimia, and even suicide ideation. Although perfectionism isn't a mental illness, its presence can be damaging and exhausting emotionally. You can measure your perfectionism with three characteristics. The first one is the irrational desire to be perfect. The second one is the sense that the social environment is excessively demanding. And the third one is the imposition of unrealistic standards on other people. From my point of view, these characteristics can bring along some problems, like procrastination because the task seems monumental and you wanted to do it perfectly. Your process of learning and personal growth are affected too because you don't allow yourself to make mistakes. And you can suffer psychological problems, as I mentioned before, because you're holding yourself to an unrealistic world and you're constantly feeling not being good enough. So you're perfecting an imperfecting self, which doesn't make any sense. So, how do you overcome perfectionism? The main statement is realize that nobody's perfect. We always see perfect lives in social networks, but people never show the mistakes, the failures that they had. Making mistakes is as natural as being human and is part of our personal growth. Be kind to yourself. A little bit of self-compassion going easy on ourselves when things don't go well. You are your own support. Be your best friend. Focus on positive statements. Focusing on positive statements such as, all I can do is my best, and everyone makes mistakes. Remember that the world won't end if you do get something wrong. Avoid the bad energy. You can create a misunderstanding message with the universe. Set yourself time limits at work. Break your time into chunks and split down big projects into smaller tasks. This will stop the procrastination and help you to move on. Embrace your mistakes. You can improve step by step. Don't run if you don't know how to walk. You can improve 1% every day, and before you know it, you will be a master in whatever you are learning. I invite you to celebrate the beauties of imperfection as a normal and natural part of everyday life and love. You are a mixture of imperfections and perfections, which makes you a wonderful human being.